Hello, welcome. So today we're going to be taking a little look at Am I the Butthole? Yes, we are. Oh, hello. I can see your nose. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I got distracted by my cat. She was just lying there, to be honest, but it was really cute. My brain is like a flipping fart in a colander, I swear. I'm leaving that in. I'm gonna leave that in so you can all see what I have to contend with when I edit these. This happens a lot, by the way, when I record, and I have to edit it all out. Anyway, if Am I the Butthole and judging some big old gaping butthole sounds like something you'd be interested in listening to today, it's going to be an interesting one today, just because of me, not the stories, then please do stick around and enjoy! And don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Thank you. And of course, little disclaimer, any opinions I give on the posts we read are just mine. They are just opinions, not facts, not to be taken as such. If you have a differing opinion, that's fantastic. Please feel free to share it in the comments. Just make sure you keep it respectful with anyone who you do not agree with. No need to be mean, just because we have different opinions. Okay, let's get started then, shall we? What is wrong with me today? Honestly. So this first one's posted by Technicolor Reindeer. Am I the butthole for hiring professional cleaners to prove my mum was a spite cleaner? Okay. This is from a few years ago, but it's come up in arguments lately, so I figured I'd get some outside opinions. My mum is what you might call a spite cleaner. She uses cleaning as a tool to control and nag and whine and whatnot. My siblings and I bore the brunt of it. Often she delegated cleanings to a Saturday or Sunday, which she called Hell Day. Ah yes, nothing gets you going like Hell Day. She would usually go out to buy food for the week, errands, and leave us to it. Oh, so she wasn't actually even doing the cleaning. Oh, lovely. And it seemed no matter how much cleaning we did, she was never happy with the results. And the day would end with all of us arguing and upset. Sometimes we would barely do any cleaning since the end result was the same. Her complaining, I mean fair. Absolutely fair. Venting to each other outside the house one day, my siblings and I decided to prove that she was just complaining for the sake of complaining. We set up a GoFundMe to raise funds to pay a local house cleaning company, posing it as something along the lines of, help us get a professional house cleaning to surprise our mum. And we were able to raise a few $100s, mostly from family and friends who knew our situation, which covered the cost and a nice big tip for the cleaners from what was left. So for one cleaning weekend, when our mum had shopping plus getting the car looked at, we scheduled a local cleaners to arrive. They were two very nice women who proceeded to clean the house till it was sparkling. We chatted a bit with them while they were working. One of the lady had almost 20 years experience cleaning homes, and the other 8. With their consent, we filmed some of the clips of them cleaning, saying it was to surprise our mum. So, Mum gets home with our uncle who was coming to dinner, and she's barely in the door. She's already started complaining about our usual subpar cleaning. That either I, my brother, didn't clean the surfaces well enough, or that my sister didn't sweep one spot. These were repetitive complaints she often said. Long story short, we show her the footage, her face gets red, and she proceeds to scream at us from embarrassing her in front of her brother. How dare we hire cleaners and have strangers in the house? Blah blah. We argue back that this proves that she weaponizes cleaning. It's been a few years since then. After the big blow up, she just did most of the cleaning herself. She never admitted to weaponizing it. It came up again recently as us tricking her, and I don't think we did anything wrong. Am I the butthole? Now, if this is real, because it sounds a little far-fetched, like a bunch of kids getting a GoFundMe going, and, you know, well, then again, they could have been adults, but I doubt it, because then they probably would have just used their own money. It sounds a little far-fetched, but I will say, there is nothing stranger than folk, and I have seen weirder off of, like, the internet, so it could be real. Giving it the benefit of the doubt that this story is real, because I do know that there are definitely parents out there who will never be happy with whatever you do. Like, they're never going to be pleased. I think that would be hilarious. Definitely not the butthole. So down in the comments, Majestic Disaster 3977 says, haha, this is a funny story, not the butthole. This would have ended one of two ways. Proof that you and your siblings didn't clean good enough, proof that your mum simply complained for the sake of complaining. The embarrassment she felt was well deserved. And then Demon Faye says, I am extremely curious what they would have done if mum did see a difference and did approve of the professional work. Obviously, that was never going to happen based on what OP said, but it also would have been hilarious. Yeah, could you imagine, like, thinking, haha, we're really going to stick it to it this time, and actually, no. It turns out you were actually, in fact, doing a shite job the whole time. But yeah, can't really tell if that's a real story or not, but like I say, I've seen weirder and video proof of it, so who knows. Okay, then next post was posted by Throwaway Funeral Go. Am I the butthole for telling my wife my mother is correct and she needed to be a parent today and she fucked up? Whew, dangerous territory there, my friend. I am waiting in the airport and I need to know if I fucked up or not. This week my daughter, she's in middle school, lost a classmate. Oh no! My daughter is not taking it well, and overall this is her first experience of someone she knows dying. The whole class was excused from school today and the funeral is happening right now. I unfortunately could not be there. I tried, but my paid time off was denied and we cannot lose this job. I flew out on Wednesday night and I am coming back now. Our daughter is a mess. She was friends with the girl that passed away. The plan was for my wife, she is unemployed at the moment, to take her to the funeral, mass, and just be there. My wife is more spiritual than the average person and hates all things with the dead. Funerals, viewings, and so on. This one is only a mass funeral, no viewing. She believes in ghosts and will avoid funerals like the plague. I don't know if I believe in ghosts. I'm like one of those that's like, oh, could be real, could not. I don't know, I've seen some weird stuff in my time with my own two little globes in my head. So it makes you think, basically. And if I thought I had the chance to see a ghost, I'd be there like a shot. I'd be shit off a shovel, me. We discussed it on Wednesday and she said she would take our kid and then go to the gravesite. I got a call from my daughter sobbing that she wasn't going to the funeral. My wife was refusing to take her. When I got her to answer my calls, she told me she can't do it and she is scared to go. I called up my mum and asked her to pick up my daughter and take her to the funeral. My mum left work and took her. They are there now. I got a call from my wife after with her crying because my mum tore her a new one. The gist was my mum called her a bad parent and that it is so fucked up that she couldn't take our kid to the funeral of a classmate. She wants me to make my mum apologise, and I told her my mum was right. I mean, yeah, is it harsh? Yes, but should she have just sucked it up this once? Yeah, because the daughter really wanted to go. I understand being scared of things and not wanting to do it. Like, I hate with my whole entire being going into hospitals. Hate it. Gives me the heebie-jeebies because I am a big old germaphobe. But it has to be done, especially when you have kids. Like, I have to go for my own things, the kids have to go for their things. When it's my own things, I'm like, honestly, I could easily cancel, and friends have to basically force me to go. But when it's the kids, it's a different thing. I just suck it up. You have to learn when it's your kids, and it's something that will help them mentally or physically. You just have to suck it up and deal with it, unfortunately. Like, is it hard? Yeah. But is it necessary? Yeah. She wants me to make my mum apologise, and I told her my mum was right. That this was something that our daughter needed, and she fucked up. That she wasn't acting like a parent because of her fear of the dead. All she needed to do was stay through mass. We got into a huge phone call argument and she is calling me a huge dick. My mum is apparently getting texts also, and I told her not to let our daughter know that we are fighting and if she could look after her for the day. She agreed. So, I must say, there is one aspect where I could sort of maybe understand the wife. If this is like an actual phobia, phobias are very irrational and they make you act irrationally. Even if it's something that it's like, you really need to do this, you've really got to do this. Phobias are a different kettle of fish. So if this is like a phobia, I could understand the wife not wanting to go. However, in that case, I think it should have been a fact of, well, ask the mother-in-law beforehand, rather than just trying to be like, no, I'll take her, and then on the day saying, I'm not taking you. It should have been arranged for somebody else ahead of time to take the daughter and be there with her. And then obviously sitting down with the daughter and explaining, look, I really do want to take you and I want to be there for you. But I have this irrational phobia and blah, blah, blah. Middle schoolers, they understand things at that point, you know? She could have sat down and talked to her. But at the same time, I'm torn on this one because if it is a real phobia, I do really understand how irrational they are. But also, it's like, it's your kid and their friend has died and they need you. So I'm torn on how much of a butthole I think the mum is, just because I don't know that. I don't know if it's like an actual legit phobia. But I definitely don't think the OP's mum or the OP are wrong in the way they feel about it, because they are feeling extremely defensive of the daughter right now. And that's, you know, I think it's good that they have someone so heavily ready to stick up for her and be like, call the parent out if they think they're not doing something they should be doing. Yeah, tricky one. I'm not sure on where I stand on this. I do know if it was me, I think I would have forced myself to go. That's all I can say. So, down in the comments, Tall Cookie says, not the butthole. Your wife let her own feelings get in the way of her daughter's. As a parent, she needs to get used to doing things that make her uncomfortable for the sake of her child's mental health and well-being. Your wife let your daughter down today, and your daughter isn't going to forget that her mother wasn't there for her. They both need therapy, your daughter because losing a friend at her age is absolutely traumatizing, and your wife because her fear of death and ghosts led to her traumatizing your daughter even more. And this is why I'm saying I'm a little torn on whether we should really be like super harsh to the OP's wife, because it does sound like she needs some help. This sounds like very irrational fear. Maybe it could be leaning into a phobia if it's that irrational, and phobias make you act like you would never normally act. But I do think the wife is a massive arsehole in the way that she went, no, I'll take you. And then on the day went, I ain't taking you. No, if you know that is what you're like, it should have been arranged beforehand for an adult that the daughter trusts and the daughter feels comfortable with to take them instead. I'll be interested to see what everyone else's thoughts are on this one, that's for sure. So, next post, posted by Plusterhowa. Nailed it! 56AA, I got that bit. Look at me, perfect. Am I the butthole for telling my daughter I am disgusted by her and telling her ex that she has been taking their kid to his family's side? So, throwaway account, my daughter and Ryan, her ex, are 26 now. When they were both 18, my daughter got pregnant. They got an apartment together and started to raise their little family. They never got married, but Ryan's family pressured them to do it often. Multiple times I heard them say, those two need to stop living in sin. The issue was, a year ago, when Ryan was caught cheating and he is gay. The breakup was extremely messy, and in the end, the custody was 50-50. Ryan's family is really religious, and when it came out they were breaking, they were pissed. When they learned Ryan was gay, they disowned him. I was at my daughter's place helping her move out when I heard Ryan's mother call him a F-slur, so his family is really shitty people. Now, if his family had been like, we don't want to talk to you right now because you cheated and broke up your family, fair one. They should be disappointed in the fact that he's cheated, not the fact that he's gay. Like, that's ridiculous. After he was disowned, for some reason they thought he would give them access to the grandbaby. He basically told them to shove it. Fair enough. I know about this because they contacted me once to let them see the kid while I was babysitting. I told them no. 50-50 has been a bit rough for my daughter. It's hard for her to not have her kid for major events. Example, Ryan had custody of the grandbaby during Easter, but he agreed to let my daughter have them that day so they could celebrate with my side of the family. Ah, that's nice. I mean, as much of a shithead he is for cheating, at least they are working together and being amicable. My daughter was over to pick up some stuff and she showed me pictures from her latest weekend trip. In the picture, there was Ryan's mum and his 2 siblings. I asked what this was about, and she told me that she has been taking the kid to see them for a few months now. I asked if Ryan knew. I thought they got back in contact, and she told me no. I told her that it was horrible to do, that they are bigots and disowned their kid. She got defensive and it went into an argument. She defended taking her kids around homophobes, and I told her I was disgusted by what she was doing. Yeah, that is pretty disgusting. I feel like she's basically doing it purely to get back at Ryan because he cheated. And any other time I could get it, but not when it comes to your kids. You don't use your kids as a tool to get one up on your ex. It doesn't matter what they did. And not only that, like the OP has quite rightly pointed out, why the hell is she taking her kids around people who have those views? Like, what on earth is wrong with her? I informed Ryan, he thanked me, and now my daughter is super pissed. Ryan apparently is refusing to be lenient anymore with custody, so no more getting the kid on not her day, even if my daughter wants them for some event. Yeah, I mean, fair enough, she's broke the trust, and I get it. Like I say, if it was just that Ryan had cheated, and the OP was like, look, I get that you don't speak to your parents because of their views on you cheating, but I think the kid still needs to have a relationship with their grandparents. Would you mind if I still take them even though you don't talk to them? Fair. Like, totally fair. But to go behind Ryan's back and not let him have a say in that decision, especially considering the family are massive homophobes, no, that's not okay. So, down in the comments, Goldie the swag bear says, doing shit like that behind someone's back is not okay. Even if the family weren't homophobic, you did the right thing. Exactly. Because even if they weren't homophobic, like I say, and it was just that they were that disappointed in Ryan that they stopped talking to him, she should still have gone to Ryan and said, look, Ryan, I want to let the kids know their grandparents on your side. I understand you don't talk. Are you okay if I do this? And let him be a part of that flipping decision making because he is the other parent at the end of the day. And I'm really glad that the OP saw that, and despite the fact that it's their own daughter, they went, no, this is not okay. I'm not allowing that to happen. So yeah, good one, OP. Okay then, so I think we've got time for one more for the day. So this one was posted by Aioli. Yeah, professional 181. I might still have brain soup from last week, you know. Am I the butthole for refusing to take off my engagement ring during a wedding? Interesting title. Throwaway account and using mobile disclaimers. I'm meant to be attending the wedding of Tilly and Peter next month. They are friends of my fiancé, and we have hung out plenty of times over the past few years. They got engaged around 18 months ago, and we got engaged 3 months ago. My engagement ring stone is a light blue sapphire. In photographs, however, it looks a lot darker, which is relevant. We met up with Tilly and Peter last weekend, which incidentally was the first time seeing them in person since we got engaged. When they asked to see the ring, Tilly noted that it was much lighter than the photos we'd shared. Peter agreed, and a little while later, after the conversation had turned to something else, Tilly asked if we remembered that the bridesmaids' dress colours was a very pale blue. Don't. Just don't, Tilly. Please don't. You're going to make a tit yourself, Tilly. My fiancé is a groomsman, so knew this, as he is wearing a matching tie. Peter said that they were hoping that only the wedding party was going to wear that colour, which was included on the invites. He said that having a ring in that shade was no excuse to be breaking the rules. This was said humorously, so my fiancé and I both laughed, and I assured them that I'm most likely wearing something darker and not blue anyway. Tilly then said that Peter was talking around the issue and that I wouldn't be able to wear my engagement ring at their wedding because it was too close to their shade of blue. Ah yes, I have nice bright blue eyes. Can I come with my eyeballs? No? Oh, okay. I suppose I'm just listening to the wedding then for the day. I'll keep them closed, taped shut. She said that she'd already had to make sure a family member wasn't going to wear a necklace with similar gemstones for the same reason. A discussion ensued as both my partner and I said that it seemed quite strong to be asking me not to wear my ring. Outside of sleeping and bathing, I've barely taken it off since the proposal. Tilly and Peter were insistent that I would be creating drama by wearing it, and if anything, it suggested that I was trying to steal focus away from them and the wedding party. How closely do they expect the guests to be looking at the OP's hand? This is insane. I made it clear that I had zero intention of doing that, but also that the ring was not going to retract from a bride and groom at the end of an aisle. At one point, my partner was even accused of proposing to me as a way of taking more attention from them during their wedding timeline. Ah, the root of the real problem. I imagine this is nothing to do with the colour of the ring at all, actually, and it is purely because they've got engaged and checks the notes here during their wedding timeline. Oh my goodness. Mate, you get 1 day, maybe 2, if you're having like some of those pre-wedding parties the day before that some people have. You get 1 day. You can't control what everyone does within, the year or maybe months that you are engaged for yourself and planning your wedding. Like, that doesn't happen. We got engaged on our 7-year anniversary during the middle of a once-in-a-lifetime holiday, so I am sure it was not just to detract from his friends getting married. Exactly. We left it at a stalemate and anticipate that either just me or both of us will be de-invited, which is no issue to me at this stage. I do want to know if I'm the butthole though, as especially for my fiancé and Peter, they've been friends for over a decade. And it would hurt him if he misses his friends getting married over something so trivial. Yeah, but it's not trivial. Oh my god, I've just noticed one of the commenters just said exactly what I said. We'll get to that. I don't feel this is trivial though. I feel like this is them trying to control every tiny little aspect of everyone. I get saying, don't wear blue. Light blue is off the books, please. I get saying, these are our colours, come in, choose one of them and come in that. You can't literally be like, no, you're not allowed a tiny little gemstone in your ring. You're not allowed to wear your engagement ring because of that. That's ridiculous, because you'll detract the attention from us. Mate, get a life. So, down in the comments, Alpaca Zapper says, goodness, I hope no one with blue eyes attends. See, they said what I said. Great minds think alike. Not the butthole. Worrying about something as small as a ring is ridiculous. It shows they're just control freaks to me, personally. And then Green-Eyed Lady says, you must wear coloured contacts to cover your blue eyes. No exceptions. Yeah, honestly, are they expecting anyone with blue eyes to just tape them shut? Like surgeons do when you're going in for surgery. Just be like, nope, I can't have eyes today, because Tilly and Peter will be mighty miffed. Okay then, so I think that's all we've got time for today. If you made it all the way to the end with me, then I appreciate you very, very much. If you give it a little like, subscribe, notifications on, that is your initiation into the Coven of Void. Welcome. Whatever it is you're doing for the day, I hope you have a really good rest of the day. Don't forget to leave an offering for a comment to Big Al. Oh, Offering for a comment to Big L. Offering of a comment for Big L. My life. Yep, definitely still have brain soup. Oh, honestly. Oh, you're all going to be so proud of me. I mean, probably not, but I'm proud of me, okay? This is a big thing for me. Guess who watched a horror this week? A horror series. Now, most of you are probably going to be like, Void, that's really not that big of a horror. That's not very scary. Listen, I can't deal with jump scares. I am of a nervous disposition, okay? So normally I don't watch horrors, but I've said before, like, I'm always so intrigued by the storylines though. I definitely can't watch gore, which is hilarious, but because I can watch a surgery be done, but I can't watch like a gory horror. Weird, I know. But I can't like watch gore. But I watched is it Haunting of Hill House? I watched that. Now, I think that's as far as I can go into the horror genre right now. I definitely can't ever do anything with gore in it. I know that. But maybe more like ghost story types. Perhaps I can build up to it. But yeah, I was feeling very proud of myself. And I get to the bit where it finally explains the origins of the bent neck lady. Spoilers alert, by the way, for anyone who hasn't watched it and is planning to, although it's ages old. So I don't know, you probably all watched it. I'm really late on the uptick. And that bit kind of made my stomach go, but that was the only bit. And like, there wasn't really many bits that made me jump that bad. Cause like, I'm really bad. Like if something makes me jump, it takes me ages to come back down from that like heart attack feeling. Honestly, this is why I don't watch them normally. And the only real jump scare that really did that to me is the car jump scare towards the end. That one came out of nowhere, was not expecting it. And yeah, it's a good job I didn't have a full bladder because I would have peed. That's the end of my little ramble. Bye!